Hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. I am Z. We're playing a 5-point match on backgammonhub.com. Good match to my opponent. Made a slightly interesting play on roll one. I'm not exactly sure whether I should bring the checker down or split here. I guess there's a little bit of 3 duplication here. So maybe that means this is correct. Given that it might be somewhat close otherwise. Oh, he rolled double threes. Kind of sucks when you duplicate something and then your opponent rolls doubles in that exact number. Well, I got him back. Double threes again. He should hit me there, I believe. He should not hit him here, I think. The blitz doesn't really seem that good. Although I do get to pull a checker down 13 to 11 if I I'm doing that anyways. Oh no, I only got two. I only got 2 left. Yeah. So I think it's this. The blitz is a little thin, and I don't know, screws up the nice home front. So I'm sort of comfortable with my play. All right, and try this. Getting hit's probably not a huge deal. Could hit him off the ace. That doesn't make much sense here. Oh, it's a good roll. I mean, I guess I'd pop out and hope for a 5-3 or something, but I don't know. Yeah, this looks a little suspicious. Like, what about, instead of making these, what about 13 to 1 with the other 2? All right, let's not leave too many blots. Ooh, it got me. Well, of course, still take a lot. Even the dances, yeah, probably. 1, 2, well, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. Actually, taking the dances would be pretty questionable there. 4 men back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think he should be cubing this. Oh yeah, I want to make the 7 here. I think he just clicked on the dice by mistake. I definitely do not want to be cubed here. It's probably a pass. I mean, 4 guys pretty horribly primed. I mean, he's got his problems. Maybe not enough. And maybe I should have actually popped out with the 5 also. Okay, he's got a lot more problems. So I would have taken that one. I'm thinking about the 1-5. I was thinking like it might be good to like make the 21. So what would it look like? Anyways. Okay. That'd be weird if you doubled this. Yeah, this is pretty bad to double this with all these inflexible dead checkers down there. Case in point, I don't think I can cube, although I am winning. I don't think it's too good on the dances here. Well, with the other blot here, it could be something. I mean, it's at least a double. Because I don't know, I'm still doing like pretty good on the misses, and it's like dead on the hits, you know. It's probably a pass. I do want to hit him with sixes here. Or make the 7 point with fives. Yeah, actually, I think I should spring a guy. These guys are like a little stuck back there. 5. Good. All right, aiming to get my checkers on these top points. This should be good for the gammon. This is pretty good. 6-6 is also 6-6 is safe here also. Sort of ideal for the gammon, although there are safer configurations, I think. Nice. Yeah, like for instance 6-6, I got a couple blot numbers here. And like rolls like 6-5 aren't that safe either. Just win a backgammon this game? Maybe? Doubles? No. Okay, no backgammon. Seems fair. Okay, it's going to be up 4-zip. Almost certainly. We got 5-5. 5-5 or better. Okay, yeah, so gammas don't actually hurt me at the score because he needs an odd number of points to win the match. So I'm going to play it mostly like it's 4-4 or something. This looks a little suspicious, but it's not too bad. Would probably make the 4 here. I don't know, maybe there's something else. This is a lot of shots anyways. Though this does not hit on his side of the board, so this looks pretty good. I guess I did make the 18 here, right? Not go on some hitting adventure. This is a pretty awesome upgrade. Like maybe if gammons counted, there'd be something else, but like hitting twice or something would lose more gammons too. Okay, now maybe I should be in some hitting business. I could actually make both the 3 and the 2 point. It looks a little hard to. It looks a little committal. Maybe it's more like this or something, or maybe hit him again off the deuce. This looks like good balance though. Okay, now well, if gamma's counted, I'd hit him off the deuce. Maybe given that I don't care about winning a gammon, maybe I just sort of disengage. Well, sort of worked out. It could be right, because there's 2 blots, it could be right to hit him off the deuce anyways. Sort of a lot of arguments for it. It's sort of good reason to like go after him there, leave a shot. Well, he's got the blots. Yeah, we'll see what the computer says afterwards. Take a good look at the computer analysis. This hasn't been that easy a match. I mean, I hope I'm playing okay. Yeah, so if gamma's counted, obviously make the 2. I'll probably do it anyways. Take him out of the race a little bit. Should come in low and make the 4. All right, nice and flexible. I'm not going to be hitting them loose here at the score anyways. Could switch though. Push the gap up a little higher. This seems at least okay. 0 shots. All right. Wondering about something like this. Push the gap all the way up. So I get these guys home, and there's, you know, it's no problem. There's a couple shots though. It doesn't really play good. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. All right, let's try it. Yeah, I left the two shots anyways. 6-6 was safe though. Okay. All right, let's take a look at the computer analysis. Okay, yeah, I played a 4. Yeah, that's in the ballpark of what I'd expect. Because there's definitely some stuff I'm guessing on there. Okay, let's take a look. Put me on the bottom. Yeah, actually had the exact same PR as GNU 4.1. So yeah, my 4 is correct here due to the 3 duplication, right? Like he's got 3s to hit me there, and 3s to hit me there also. So that's a pretty good argument for splitting. Like I think if he rolled like 5-4 on the opening roll, and I roll a 1-4, I usually hit and bring down the 4. And I think the computer does like that, or at least thinks it's borderline. But yeah, here I guess you have a little extra incentive to split due to the 3 duplication. Okay, so I crush him with 3-3. He doesn't like my 2-2. I wants to make the 11 and the 4. It doesn't pick up the blot though. I see. Yeah, I guess hitting's not a big deal. Getting hit's not a big deal here because I'm down in the race a bunch already, and I already have 3 men. I already have 3 checkers back, and my play leaves a few shots anyways, you know. So I guess this makes sense. He makes the 22-point anchor here, and this checker's kind of dead. You know, it's not good for anything. So the computer's play does actually make a lot of sense on reflection. And then I guess you definitely don't want to do this. I mean, it would often be the right idea to attack here, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem like the right game plan here with 3 checkers back and only 7 guys attacking here. So that's sort of why I dismissed it. The attack just looked a little thin. If you have more guys in the zone, say, ready to attack, you'd probably do it. Or at least it'd be closer. Okay, it does want to pop out here. I bet later it's gonna like popping out with that 5-1. Yeah, I thought about popping out here. It does sort of control all areas of the board. I thought it was like a few too many blots though. But again, I'm usually down in the race, so maybe it's not too worried about being hit. Like I'm already down in the race a bunch, so getting another guy sent back isn't a big deal. Yeah, I might have, well, I don't know. This checker here, I might have not cubed that either. But I would cube this. Okay, still a pretty solid take though. He still has enough problems. Oh yeah, there you go. You get a pop out here. In fact, it's the computer thinks it's double pass after my play and take after popping out. Cubeless, 608, 538. Yeah, cubeless, it's 0.07 wrong apparently to do what I did. Yeah, I'm pretty stuck back there. Like I could roll an immediate 4-4 and crack 3-3, whatever. Well, 3-3 plays okay. But yeah, I'm still sort of exposed there, and I'm not putting pressure on this out here, like this does. Like if he rolls a 6-1 or something, he's got to either leave me a shot or make some huge concession in his front position. Not so true here, right? He rolls 6-1 here, is a fine number for him. Yeah, and again, getting hit with 4s isn't a big deal, especially since he has a lot of good attack stuff here anyways. Yeah, this was a real error. Yeah, I should have been able to find this. Okay, so I make the anchor. Yeah, now I have a take. A huge take here. I actually would have cubed this. I would not have cubed this either, due to the inflexibility down here. I guess the problem with my position is I could crack, you know? Like for instance, move this guy on the 24 back to the 13, and that's like quite a bit better for me. I'm a little surprised. I'm a little surprised this is a cube, but I guess he can lose. I guess what the computer's saying is he loses his market if he clears the 7-point cleanly. Like you say, he rolls a 6-2. That's probably a big pass at that point, even though he's got a bunch of dead checkers down here, because he only has 2 points to clear in front of my anchor, and I have to in my anchors, and I have to give one of them up. So we can take a look at a few variants. Like this, like I said, this is stronger for me by a good margin, maybe, because I don't have this liability on my ace point, and if I roll like 2-2 next turn, it plays fine. This would be pretty scary to take, maybe. Although I might still do it. I don't know though. Maybe I have too many problems here. Yeah, this is just close. What was it? Was this? He rolls a 6-2. It's not even a 6-1. Pretty bad distribution. I roll a 6-2. Yeah, pretty big pass. That's what the computer's saying. Even after white clears the 7 with kind of an awkward number, still a pass. So that's why the computer wants to double. Even though it's quite a big take here, you know. Okay, I can buy it. Anyways, okay, so he rolls a 3-2, leaving me a double shot. I'm a favorite to win, but I'm a money underdog because I get gammon more. Although probably I'm a money favorite if you do a rollout. But yeah, no double. I mean, I can hit him and then he can dance, and he's still got some chances. Though that would be a pass, I believe. Yeah, pretty big pass, even though he entered, but he had to leave me a shot, obviously. 4-1, good. Okay, a little surprised here. It takes a little bit of a slower approach than I did. Right, I did this because I want to be able to hit him with a 6 next turn. Obviously, my play pays pretty big to 1 if he rolls 1-6. So the computer takes a bit of a slower approach, getting good flexibility, getting off of 1-6, getting off of 1-1. And it still has some like okay hit numbers like 6-5 and 4-4 presumably. Yeah, 4-4. I can switch. I can maybe switch with small doubles also. Okay, but 3-2. Yeah, once again it's sort of 21 to 18, 17 to 15. So what do we? Okay, again I'm rushing the builders forward, but the computer's taken more of a balanced approach, running from the back. Okay. Computer and I finally agree on a play. Go after him, jump. Yeah, now I get the idea that, I'm separating my forces a little too much, and I'm a little bit inflexible in the backfield. It's not too hard to get those guys going, but yeah, I guess mostly it's the separation of forces. If you do something like this, you want to kind of bring guys around together sometimes. So yeah, we take a more balanced approach here. Okay, now I rush the builder forward. Yeah, once again, I run in the backfield as opposed to rushing the builder forward, although this isn't too bad. Like here now they are a little bit stuck in a sense, because you play 16 to 8, and then you crack if you roll 3-3. 3-3 plays really badly. Anyways, I do get the closeout eventually. Yeah, my play is fine. Fine, good. And then I don't think there's any real decisions. Good. Okay, make the best structure with the 2-2. Okay, yeah, 6-5. Yeah, obviously this is a huge upgrade in the position of the back checkers. I'm wondering if gamma's counted, you could do something like this, possibly. Possibly. You lose more gammas too, though. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I guess if gamma's counted for me, there'd be more incentive to attack. Although, the computer's actually saying this wins more gammons than hitting does, which seems a little suspicious to me. This is pretty bad structure all of a sudden, though, with the 5-point open, sort of similar to game 1. So the computer's, I guess, a little averse. It didn't mind it too much because making the 11-point, now we got good builders for the 5, but yeah, the computer maintains the good structure, at least at the score. Right. That's a score based. Yeah, 11-2 wins tremendously more gammons now. Good. Even 14-4 isn't too bad here. Again, due to the score. But, you know, normal play of making the 2 is fine. 14-9, 8-6. That's a lot. Quite a few shots here. Four shots here. Great builders for the 5, though. So I go a little more conservative for 2 shots. Good. 1-1. Okay, it does. Yeah. So I actually did see I could make the 6 prime here. And maybe that's best. But I don't know. He's got a good prime, so I can't really hit him loose with the 4 next turn without incurring some risk of getting hit back and counter primed. So I try this different approach. It's probably okay. Computer actually likes this, which makes a lot more sense than my play, I think. The 8-point might be a problem later. And this is more generally flexible. Yeah, okay, it's fairly close at least. I mean, I guess this is the more normal thing, not leaving any shots. I think 2 shots for maybe a safer long-term position if I get missed anyways. If you do this, 2-point's going to stay open and cause some long-term problems. I would have done something like this if the builders were spread out better, you know, rather than leave the 2 shots. All right, it does want to pay the 2 shots here now. Oh, that's just borderline. This versus this. Obviously, you do this, you get away with it, you're happy, you know, you're kind of home free. Here, especially measured with a 6, you might leave something later. I guess if the 8-point was the 7 points, you probably wouldn't leave the 2 shots because this would be easier to bring home. And if it was back further, you would leave the 2 shots. But yeah, it's close. Also, if gamma's counted, maybe you have slightly more incentive to leave the shots now. You bear off a hammer roll earlier. Anyways, that was good. Maybe we'll play one more. If we can get a quick match anyways. Matthew Guy, do I know him? See if he wants to play a 5er. All right, good match to my opponent. Try to play this one a little better. Yeah, the 5-1, I think I should have gotten that right, popping out. The other already seemed a little tough. Now, that was pretty instructive how the computer didn't want to get the direct 6s to hit the guy on the ace, you know? So there's probably a lesson in there. I'm thinking 8-5, 22-16 is a decent play. It is kind of a lot of shots, but I could just run to the midpoint while I'm up in the race, you know. So maybe that's the better plan. Just great when it works. Fours are a little duplicated. Let's play a little more thematically. Yeah, would have danced. Huh. It wasn't like quite as many shots. I would have gone the other way. Okay, so me just making the 10, and then I'm trying to get out of there in some fashion. Oof. I don't love it because he has more convenient hits when I step up. Well, actually, I don't know about this. Could run all the way, I guess. Also, this seems a little unusual to me, but 13-8 is sort of productive at no risk, or I should say, little risk. All right, this doesn't hit, although it does even up the race. This is at least okay. I mean, he could stop on the 15. I guess maybe it's slightly better to stop on the 15 because he's down slightly, given that I'm on roll, and he puts more pressure on this blot there. He stays back all the way, which is interesting. I don't know. Okay, I just can only hit him with 1-1, I think, so this is okay. For 1, no gratuitous shots. Yeah, maybe take this opportunity to go when I got the blot on the board. Maybe it's at least worth a look. All right, let's put this together so I can maybe hit him if he runs with 1. Which he should do with a lot of his numbers, I assume. Well, he's running with both now. He's up 11. Shoot. Okay, so I'm down 8. Let's keep a little bit diverse out there, maybe. It'd be weird if you doubled this. Nice. Yeah, this isn't quite enough. I should be like a little conservative at the score actually, because I'm 5 away. This might be a cube regardless though. 4 pips in a 45 pip race. Yes, within 8% of the leader's pip count. It's a little bit more efficient to me. I'm gonna actually take a roll here. Give him a tougher decision next turn maybe. Well, I improved a little bit because the race is shorter. Got that third checker off my deuce. It might have been a cube last turn though. I expect it's just close double, pretty solid take. Let's see if he finds the take. He should be able to reason that it was a take given that I didn't double him the roll before, right? And I didn't improve that much. I'm assuming you trust my judgment. Because it's not going to go from no double to a pass, right? If like we both rolled the same number in this medium length race. I guess you can't always rely on that if you don't trust your opponent though. Good. Alright, he's got 3-3 or better. Or yeah, just 3-3 or better. Good. And I'm up 2 zip. Yeah, 508, 5 away, non-gammonish position. Initial cube, you should take a little deeply. Because if you pass, your opponent gets to this comfortable 4-way score. So you have a little bit more incentive to take, which means the doubler should tend to be a little bit more conservative when doubling in non-gammonish positions. So that's kind of why I didn't double the roll before I did. Like, it's possible that's double take for money, no double take at the score. Roll good. Okay, this is okay. Yeah, I'm so far from a cube after any reasonable play here. Just it's so hard to bring this home, I think. All right, so obviously I can just make the 5. What's wrong with that? This, I guess, but no, I'm just gonna do the normal thing. Ooh, he hit me back. The other play would have worked better. Two. Well, that's not even that. That's not even that clear. I can make the 4 and hit loose on the 2. 2, 3, 4. I mean, probably is this. There's a lot of shots in the outfield where he gets to take after, though, you know? So what if I hit him in the outfield? I mean, do I just get to cube him now, you know? I mean, unless he rolls 5-4? Or 2-4, maybe? Huh. I'm playing on for the gamut sometimes here. Yeah. Wow. Well, I'll give him the 1-1. I just kind of want to hit the 5th guy. All right, not anymore. I think this feels a little safer, although I don't know. Checker off is good too. Yeah, I guess there was another play with that 6-4 also. It'd be sweet to win a backgammon here at this score. I should have jumped a guy there. It should definitely jump a guy here. Good. 2. It's not this. That looks weird. Is there anything else? 1, 2. Not really. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, this is, oh, it's good. I guess it's good for him to run one guy, although he should have run out to the 18, I think. Miss. Good. All right, 4-zip. Hey, we saw the score last match. So again, gammas do not hurt me at the score, so I will play it mostly like it's 4-4. Backgammons would be quite painful, though. Okay, can't really split here against the structure unless I can hit him at the same time. It's going to take more of a priming approach. Like, he has the blitzing and racing approach, so I have less incentive to split than usual. So yeah, I just want to do this. He should hit me. And meanwhile, he should be thinking split and run. 1, I assume I'm just making the 4 like so. I we do that also. Okay, this looks like an upgrade. A 9 to 8, 20, this is a good play if he plays in, well, this is okay too. All right, now I don't know. Yeah, I could hit him, try to contain him in that fashion. Getting hit back, I might make a second anchor. Or I could try like a full priming approach like this. It's good when it works. Getting hit back, I might make a second anchor. You could dance here, quarter of the time. I kind of like this. Hit and go to the 21 also. Let's try this though. Ooh. Ooh. Make that 4 instead of hitting, maybe. Okay, goes with the hits. Hope to make a second anchor. Maybe you should, yeah, you should hit me off the ace. 5 to 1 here. Keep me from, try to keep me from making a second anchor. I don't know, this, or this. Maybe not this. Yeah. Like hitting doesn't seem bad, but maybe 5 to 1 instead of 3 to 1 squared. All right, good outfield control here. Good. Oh, I get to make his 3. I get to make a point at some point. Well, I get good outfield control again. Could hit him also. I sort of like this though. He could crack, you know, rolls out 4-3 or something. Oh, I missed him somehow. Jesus. I didn't miss him, right? 3 and 6, yeah. Okay. Okay, let's try a little cheesy block here. It didn't work. I'm so surprised to miss him there, you know? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 looks good. Like there, like if Gammon's hurt me, I probably would have run with 1 checker. Even though you're giving up some hit chances there. You do get to keep the board. So I actually thought about running anyways just to keep the board, but no, the board's still awesome, and I get to hit him more if I keep the anchor, obviously. Oh yeah, don't do this. Okay, must go anyways. I think he's thinking Gammon's hurt me. Will benefit him. No, I guess his Gammon doesn't matter that much. Now I have to be very careful about being Gammoned. Although I am still going to play Backgammon. Should come in and hit. Good play. I don't know. I can come and make, I can hit him obviously, which maybe is the right idea. I can make the anchor, but he's pretty diverse. Could enter and make the 5. He gets to attack me. I'm sort of feeling this, but I don't know. Did work. Oh, I get to make both 5 points. Sweet. How about this? Good builders for the 7, say. Obviously, the 11 points is an okay asset, but I'd much rather have the other points, you know? So I figured I'd likely get to make a better point this way. Yeah, 10 point is a little better. Not too sure about the 2. Not sure I love 8 to 6 though. Because again, I want to keep the checker alive for making the 7. 24 to 22. Often you might want to be back on the 24, but I'm up in the race, so maybe getting that guy ready to spring, getting that guy ready to run is like an okay thing. Okay, I'd probably make the 2 here, like he did. This is a better block. It's paying pretty big to being hit though. Okay, I can make my beloved 9 if I want. This switch play looks a little suspicious. This is pretty solid looking. This is a good outfield structure. Good block despite the shot. So we should play a 13 to 12. Yeah, you should play 13 to 12, 22 to 20, 22 to 18 there. That would have been a good play, I think. I gotta get this guy out. Oh, can make a 6 prime all of a sudden. That came together. Not that this is gin, but I didn't expect the 6 prime to come together that quickly. All right, this still holds. And good luck with the counter prime here. I got all this time in the outfield. This plan unlikely to work. This plan, I mean, like how do I crack here? You know, with all these, I got to enter and then spend all these pips in the outfield and then crack my home front somehow. So probably there was a better plan for me in at least one of those plays. It's at least okay. Let's try to get this right though. Let's see, 5-5 plays okay. 6-6 plays okay. All right, good enough. I don't love putting a guy on the 7 here, because that guy might end up on the ace point. Well, this doesn't look that great either. Might be a little better though. Not that the guy ending up on the ace point's that bad. Six five's a little bad. 6-5's actually safe here. Huh. Yeah, see, it looks a little awkward now. And actually, I'm not even sure between 4 to 1 and 6 to 3. And 6-5 is 6-5 was a little better here. It's a double shot the other way. So probably those hours might have been a little sloppy, but we'll see. Dokie, clear the 5. I don't know about this. Good. Yeah, this is safest long term, anyways. They had to clear the 5 next turn a lot. Not always, apparently. If Gam is countered for me, I'd be playing this a little more aggressively. And yeah, the checkers are for good, so it's possible there's better stuff there also. Anyways, good match. Okay, played that one well. I'm sure there's like some errors in there. Like I was pretty unsure about some stuff, so let's take a good look at it anyways. Oh, he says great play, nice guy. All right, so Z's on the bottom, Matt's on the top. Okay, so I made one doubling error. Where's the doubling error? Hmm. Did I miss a cube or something? Oh yeah, I missed a cube, and when I'm up 4 pips, the roll before I doubled. Apparently, that the computer is going to think that's a double. I bet it's going to be very close though, like zero point zero 0.02 or zero point zero 0.03 or something. Okay, good play here. Okay, 6-3. Okay, yeah. Okay, I had a decent handle on this. Yes, it's not crazy to hit, but it's too much. It's too much risk because it's kind of he's got fives, twos, and fours to hit me somewhere, and I'm up in the race pretty big. So even though attacking is sort of a decent game plan here, it's a little bit too much risk. What about the 3-2 coming up? Okay, so 13-7. Yeah, here he's got to give up his anchor to hit me, but he's pretty happy to hit with every single two. I guess the computer just really averse to going behind the anchor here. It's just a 2-point board. I don't know. This like seems a little unnatural to me. But yeah, apparently it's not that close. Computer really wants to keep all the checkers alive, you know. Get to do good stuff with this blot when missed. Not a lot of two duplication though either. So I don't know. This still sort of looks right to me. Apparently there's other stuff. Oh, I don't know why. Actually, I don't know why I didn't do this. This does seem better. Yeah, this is sort of like the computer's play, except slightly worse. More shots. Okay, it does like 13-8 here. Yeah, I thought because I'm up in the race I should be running, but just none of the run plays look that convenient. Like I'd love to run with like a 6-3 or 5-4 or something. But yeah, just running out to here, it's triple shots. And the other thing is 13-8 is like quite productive in itself, you know? Because I got this big stack on the midpoint. And I only got 3 guys on the 8, so it's nice distributionally at very little risk. Yeah, so I am happy to run here. The race is closed, so I can't cube now. He should probably do something different with the 5-5. His play is 4-3 is okay. Oh no, it wants to run. I see, it wants to run. I was sort of comparing it to this, thinking it's okay, but yeah. Let's see, he's up 7 after the roll, and it's very difficult for me to attack him after he runs. So it's with the 2 blots in my boards, and the computer saying it's a good opportunity to go. Right. Good. Yeah, this is where I missed the cube. Yeah, I guess it's a pretty big cube for money. Yeah, so I'm up 4 pips, which is it's over 8% of the leader's pip count. The way I do that, by the way, is I multiply the pip count deficit, which is 4, by 12.5, and if that product is bigger than the leader's pip count, then you know you're up over 8%. So in other words, 4 times 12, 4 times 12.5 is over 48, right? Is 48 is 50, and so 50 is greater than 45. So you're up more than 8% of the leader's pip count here, which usually indicates a double, all things being equal. I thought due to the score I should be a little bit more conservative, and it's fairly close. So I thought maybe no double, but yeah, the computer wants to cube this. Also, I'm a little less efficient than white, so I guess I'm a little surprised by this. Let's look at what it is for money, though. So I'm guessing it's going to be like a pretty big cube for money. At least bigger than at the score. Yeah, see, it's 0.08 or 0.06 for money, 0.07 versus 0.025. Yeah, I guess I overemphasized I didn't overemphasize the score, but I didn't. It's a bigger double for money than I thought it would be. Hmm. Maybe in short races. In short races, I guess 8% matters more. I actually screwed up a position earlier. I was playing for money the other day. What was the position? White on roll here. I was actually black. I was actually down a pip. Um, I thought this. I was like pretty confident this wouldn't be an initial double for money. Um, because I was thinking, okay, well he's up one pip in a 30 pip race, so he's up like 3% or something, right? So that's not a cube. So I was like kind of confident about this. Embarrassingly, like, I made a bet on this position. I said, oh, I'll bet, like someone doubled, and I said, oh, I'll bet you this is not a position. I bet you this is not an initial double. But it turns out for money, you do have to double this. So the 8% rule doesn't really work when the race is close, when the race is short like this. I mean, I knew I was sort of stretching the 8% rule, but I thought because it's 3% versus 8%, I thought it would matter. But yeah, no short races. How my opponent found the double, he thought more in EPC terms, right? He thought, well, it's 30 waste 6 pips. It's kind of like a 5 roll position, and you can initial double a 5 roll position, especially since he's up a pip. I think you could argue this is also a cube based on the EPC initial cube, anyways. So yeah, this is stupid. I learned something. I mean, so maybe it was money well spent, but yeah, it was kind of painful to lose that bet in such a simple position. It was just $20. So I was like, all right, I paid $20 to learn something. Hopefully it sticks in my head. But anyways, that's very different than the longer race where I miss a cube here. But I think it might have some similar aspects, right? Like I'm sort of over relying on the 8% rule in a race that's getting to be like a little short, you know? Like it's 50 pips as opposed to 30 pips. Anyways, I do find the double in the next roll. It is a little bit bigger because the race is shorter and I'm up the same amount, and then I just win. Good. Okay, I get the hit on me. I'm winning by a little bit if I keep the cube anyways. Yeah, still can't cube. There's too much work to bring it up. Oh, okay, yeah, that is right to make the 4. That's funny. I mean, obviously most people are just doing this. Now, for me, especially with 2 blots in his board, I'm like, I should probably just do the normal thing. Well, this has some nice cubeful aspects to it. Like, look at the equity. The equity is like close to 1.0 here, meaning the computer like thinks I almost always get an efficient cube in next roll, probably, unless it's like too good in some variants. No, I just think the computer just thinks I should be cubing this next roll a lot, So you don't have to this sort of ups the volatility. I mean, maybe he probably has some more saving rolls here where I don't get a good cube in. Especially at the score like cubeless. What is a cubeless? My play is 827. The top play is 784. Right, so my play is right cubeless. But yeah, because you can just almost always cube next turn. Efficient cube is pretty much like winning the game, even if the guy has a close take. So this kind of always wins the game. This wins the game when he rolls badly or rolls average. Gets back in the game on a good roll, like what he rolled 1-1. There's probably some other stuff he gets to take after. He rolls a tremendous 1-1 and they got nothing. Okay, I do find it here after. I do find the right play here after floundering a bit. Again, there might be some cubeful aspect going on here. Let's see, 1039, 1059. Yeah, in fact, best cubeless. Come computer says is this. Gets to play on pretty hugely in all the dances. I got to play on here on the dances too, but it's a little cheesier because the 4-point might stay open. But yeah, if he doesn't come in with a hit, I do get to cube him here. At least cube him, maybe play on. This is obviously too good. I roll tremendously. Okay, the computer, yeah, so let's see. Yeah, the computer, okay, the turn before. Okay, so the turn before, I guess there's some question about it, right? Like you could do this and never get hits. But you never get to hit this. You never get to hit the guy off the 12. I thought that might be worthwhile for, at least for the backgammon, you know? So that's why I stay back here, paying off to 1-1 a little bit. A little bit. I mean, I might be able to double at some point if I get hit with 1-1. But you know, here to stay back, apparently the computer still wants to do it, but you're kind of messing up your builders a little bit. Actually 1-1 isn't that good still. So I do this. One problem with this though is 6-6 is a blot next turn. 6-6 is sort of safe here if he dances. But mainly I think the computer wants to hit the fifth guy, try to win a backgammon. Let's see, it wins. Yeah, it wins more gammas and more backgammons to do this. It wins more games too for some reason. Yeah, okay, bear a guy off, pretty natural. This is arguably a little safer to not leave like 4 guys here and 3 guys here maybe. But the checker off is good. Yeah, here I should have thought about this. Yeah, best for the win is to strip the 6 right away. Get to clear that next turn. This is still a pretty safe structure, although 6-4 is a shot. But, you know, again, checker off is good. Not putting a 3rd guy on the deuce is probably good. All right, clear, pretty clear, clear, clear. Missed, luckily. And then I guess there's nothing else. Good. Okay, now I'm up 4 zip. Right, yeah, splitting would be quite the error here, I believe. Because you don't want to play into his hands, you know. He's up in the race and has this attacking structure with a low point made and a bunch of guys in the zone ready to attack. So you don't want to split here. So I go with the priming approach. Doesn't work. 4-3. It does hit here. Sort of trying to actively contain this checker, not letting him run, and not letting him make the 4-point with his small numbers. Apparently, you can play whatever, this, or this. My play does pay off a 3-5-2-6 a little bit. He should hit me here, right? Yeah, he should hit me here. Obviously, he's not happy to be hit back with aces, but if he does his play and I roll an ace, that's still pretty decent for me because I get this decently timed 1-2 game. And if I don't roll an ace, he will have wanted to hit. Yeah, similar stuff here. You hit loose here, I think. Although here, there's no second anchor aspect to it, or not much of one. Okay, here it leaves a shot. Interesting. So what's wrong with this? Not much. Computer wants to do this. Leave more shots. Somewhat more shots. It's a computer's point, I guess, is if it gets missed, it gets to make the 7-point more often than after my play. Okay, get great outfield control as opposed to hitting them. Get that 3rd guy going. Nice flexible for the future. I somehow miss them. I hang back. I never get a shot. These are always kind of tough plays, you know. I sort of dismiss this, even though it makes some sense at the score. Because you make an anchor, which is some protection against a gammon, but apparently the computer thinks this gets gammoned more than the other reasonable plays, anyways. Because I don't know. I guess I'm always getting a fourth. I'm often getting a fourth guy sent back. Wasn't too sure between this and this though. I figured here. I mean, I love my 5 points, but he does get to attack me over there quite a bit. You know. So that's sort of why I settled on this. Also, I'm hitting off the 20. I'm hitting off the 20 point, which seemed pretty important. One way you can look at this stuff that might help, and sometimes I think about it this way, if you can see that you're closer or more arguably a favorite after this play than this play, then maybe you can find it more easily. Like here, I don't know, I got 3 men back to 2. It's true I have the better structure, but he like usually gets to do something good with his roll, right? So he sort of gets to equalize the structure a lot. So maybe it's more arguable like that you're a favorite after like this play where it's 3 men back versus 3 men back. Okay, you're getting hit here, but he doesn't have any structure yet, you know. So that's one way to look at it, anyways. Anyways, I get to put my 5 points together. 13 to 10 is at least okay. Yeah, computer doesn't mind making the good asset, making the decent asset in the outfield also. But I got great builders. I put some stuff together. Okay, I do step up with the 2, just because 8 to 6 isn't that great, because I really want to use it to make the 7. And like I said, stepping up's okay, because I get to spring them with 6s next, if you know, in a turn or two. Yeah, 2-2, not too much else here. I make some good outfield structure, leave a shot in the outfield. Yeah, you should take this opportunity to hit and get going. Okay, I roll a tremendous 5-5, then 1-1, then 5-2. What a sequence that was. And I get going, and yeah, he takes this counter priming approach. But even when it kind of works, even when he gets to build the 5, I got to enter right away somehow, and then spend all these pips and then crack my prime, and then he has to escape before cracking his prime. So it's pretty unlikely here. So I don't know. The computer finds some crazy play where it gets hit, maybe dances for a while, maintains some timing. Or if I hit him twice, maybe he has to make a second anchor. I don't know. This stuff's pretty crazy though. You can just do this, say. Yeah, once again, yeah, he probably shouldn't hit me here. He's just going to crunch horribly and screw up his deuce point game timing. All right, let's see. This is okay. Here it voluntarily puts the guy on the ace. I guess what it's thinking is these guys are well placed in the outfield, and it actually doesn't mind going behind the anchor because it'll like White's going to crack more often if I leave more pips to play in my outfield. Like it's going to take me a bunch of turns to get these guys in. Well, my play's probably okay. Okay, yeah, here is close between making the ace and doing this. I didn't like how 6-5 played here, so that's why I did this. It's still a shot here, but it's actually a double shot here, 6-5. Good, 4-2. Yeah, a bunch of tough stuff here, but apparently a lot of it's going to be close. Structure looks a little weird. 4s play weird, like 6-4 is a shot. 5-4 clears the 5. I did think about this. Good flexibility, but I didn't like the gap. I want him to crack with certain 3s. Yeah, 3-1, okay. Get all flexible, take a checker off. You could also bear 2 guys off or whatever. I mean, all this stuff's pretty close because he's not really winning much anyways, no matter what I do. And then I just win. All right, well, that was interesting. A couple tough matches there. Glad I played the second one pretty well, though. And yeah, thanks for watching. And I hope you got something out of this. And we will see you next time.